Ed Thorpe was not your typical gambler. Instead, Ed Thorpe was a mathematician, a professor at MIT, a man who saw the world through the lens of numbers and probabilities. He saw patterns where others saw chaos, and he believed that even the seemingly random world of gambling could be understood, predicted, even beaten, with the right approach. Thorpe's interest in gambling wasn't about the allure of easy money or the thrill of the game. He saw it as an intellectual puzzle, a challenge to his analytical mind. Imagine a crowded casino floor, the air thick with anticipation and the clatter of slot machines. Amidst the noise and flashing lights, a quiet, unassuming professor stands at a blackjack table. He doesn't look like he belongs, surrounded by seasoned gamblers and cocktail waitresses, but beneath his unassuming exterior, Thorpe's mind is working furiously, calculating probabilities, analyzing every card dealt, every bet placed. Thorpe's story is a testament to the power of unconventional thinking, the idea that sometimes the greatest advantages are found not in following the crowd, but in forging your own path. Thorpe's journey into the world of gambling began, as many great stories do, with a chance encounter. It was during a Christmas break trip to Las Vegas in 1958 that he first encountered blackjack. Intrigued by the game's simplicity and the air of mystique surrounding it, Thorpe sat down at a table, more out of curiosity than anything else. As he watched the cards being dealt, he couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to it than met the eye. He spent hours at the tables, not gambling heavily but observing, analyzing, trying to make sense of the game's inherent randomness. Could there be a way, he wondered, to track these cards? To keep a running tally of the odds and make more informed betting decisions? The seed of an idea began to form in Thorpe's mind. What if, he thought, there was a way to use math to gain an advantage in blackjack? Back at MIT, Thorpe couldn't shake the allure of the blackjack problem. He immersed himself in probability theory, studying the works of mathematicians like Blaise Pascal and Pierre de Fermat. He spent countless hours running simulations, using the university's massive IBM 704 computer to play out millions of hands of blackjack, testing different strategies and analyzing the outcomes. Thorpe, with his access to this powerful tool, was uniquely positioned to tackle the blackjack problem in a way that had never been done before. He programmed the computer to simulate every possible scenario in a game of blackjack, analyzing the probabilities of different outcomes based on the cards dealt. His colleagues, initially skeptical of his unconventional research, watched with a mixture of amusement and curiosity as Thorpe dedicated himself to his unusual project. After months of tireless work, running countless simulations and filling notebooks with complex equations, Thorpe had a breakthrough. He discovered that by keeping track of the cards that had been dealt, a player could actually gain a significant advantage over the house. Thorpe's breakthrough came in the form of a simple yet elegant system for tracking the ratio of high cards to low cards in a deck of cards. He called it the 10-count system, and it would revolutionize the way blackjack was played. The system was based on the idea that a high concentration of high cards left in the deck favored the player, while a high concentration of low cards favored the dealer. Thorpe assigned a numerical value to each card, with high cards like 10s and aces having a negative value, and low cards like 2s, 3s, and 4s having a positive value. As cards were dealt, the player would keep a running count, adding or subtracting the value of each card. Armed with this knowledge, the player could adjust their bets accordingly, betting more when the count was in their favor and less when it favored the dealer. This simple strategy, based on nothing more than basic math and careful observation, allowed players to shift the odds of the game in their favor, turning the tables on the casinos. With his newfound knowledge and a system he was confident could beat the house, Thorpe decided to put his theory to the test. He ventured back to Las Vegas, this time not as a curious observer, but as a strategic player, ready to challenge the casinos on their own turf. Armed with a $10,000 stake provided by a pair of wealthy businessmen eager to see if Thorpe could really deliver on his promise of beating the house, Thorpe's arrival in Las Vegas was a far cry from the flashy entrances of high rollers and celebrities. He maintained a low profile, blending in with the crowds, careful not to attract too much attention to himself. He chose his tables carefully, avoiding the high-stakes games where his presence would be scrutinized, opting instead for the lower-limit tables where he could blend in and play his system without drawing unwanted attention. The casinos at the time were largely unaware of the threat posed by card counting. As Thorpe started playing, his winnings were modest at first, but steady. Word began to spread through the casinos of a quiet, unassuming professor who was winning consistently at blackjack. As Thorpe's winnings grew, so did the scrutiny from the casinos. Pit bosses would hover around his table, watching his every move, trying to figure out his system. They changed dealers, shuffled the decks more frequently, and even resorted to more creative tactics, like offering Thorpe free drinks and show tickets in an attempt to distract him from his game. Thorpe, however, remained unfazed by these attempts to throw him off his game. He knew his system was sound and he trusted his math. He had anticipated the casino's reactions and was prepared for their countermeasures. He varied his playing style, changing his bets in a way that seemed random to the untrained eye, but was actually part of a calculated strategy to avoid detection. Word of Thorpe's exploits began to spread beyond the walls of the casinos. Newspapers and magazines picked up the story of the math professor who was beating the house at blackjack. The more successful Thorpe became, the more the casinos tried to shut him down. Thorpe's impact on the world of gambling extended far beyond the blackjack tables of Las Vegas. His book, Beat the Dealer, published in 1962, became an instant bestseller, selling over 700,000 copies and becoming the first book to mathematically prove that blackjack could be beaten. It sparked a revolution in the gambling world, inspiring a new generation of players to learn card counting and challenge the casinos. The casinos, forced to adapt to this new breed of strategic players, implemented new rules and countermeasures, making it more difficult, but not impossible, to gain an edge. Thorpe's work had forever changed the landscape of gambling, forcing casinos to acknowledge the power of strategy and mathematics in games of chance. But Thorpe's legacy extends far beyond the realm of gambling. Thorpe's story is a powerful reminder that sometimes the greatest breakthroughs come from thinking outside the box. While others saw gambling as a game of chance, Thorpe saw it as a mathematical puzzle to be solved. His willingness to approach the problem from a different angle, to apply his mathematical expertise to a field seemingly unrelated to his academic pursuits, is what set him apart. Thorpe's story encourages us to look beyond the obvious, to question assumptions, and to seek out new and innovative ways of thinking. It's a call to embrace curiosity, to explore uncharted territories, and to never be afraid to challenge the status quo. While Thorpe's story is unique in its details, there are valuable lessons to be gleaned from his approach to problem solving, and his unwavering belief in his ability to succeed. His journey offers a blueprint for anyone looking to make their mark on the world, regardless of their chosen field. One of the key takeaways from Thorpe's story is the importance of meticulous preparation and a deep understanding of the fundamentals. Thorpe didn't just stumble upon his blackjack system, he spent countless hours studying probability theory, running simulations, and refining his approach. Another key element of Thorpe's success was his unwavering discipline and emotional control. Thorpe's story also highlights the importance of adaptability and continuous learning. Thorpe's legacy extends far beyond the world of gambling. He went on to apply his mathematical genius to the world of finance, developing innovative trading strategies and becoming a pioneer in the field of quantitative finance. He recognized the parallels between the seemingly random fluctuations of the stock market and the probabilities of a deck of cards. Thorpe's work in finance, like his work in blackjack, was characterized by his relentless pursuit of knowledge, his willingness to challenge conventional wisdom, and his unwavering belief in the power of mathematics to solve complex problems. His story serves as an inspiration to anyone who believes that with enough hard work, dedication, and a willingness to think differently, anything is possible. Ed Thorpe's story is a testament to the power of the human mind to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. He took on the house and won, not through luck or trickery, but through sheer intellectual prowess and a refusal to accept the status quo. His journey from the blackjack tables of Las Vegas to the cutthroat world of Wall Street is a testament to the versatility of his methods and the power of his ideas. Thorpe's legacy continues to inspire mathematicians, scientists, entrepreneurs, and anyone who believes in the power of human ingenuity to solve complex problems and achieve the seemingly impossible. His story is a beacon, illuminating the path for those who dare to think differently, to push the boundaries of what's possible, and to leave their mark on the world.